Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Building with me, Blaubart, and boy am I excited to show you guys the Blaubart Boulevard all finished right here. Right now it's 10 in the morning and I stayed up the whole last night. I think I played from around 8 in the evening until 3 in the night, 3 p.m. No, AM, I have no idea what it's called, but you'll guys understand it if I say in the night. And take a look at this beautiful little wall I made all around the Blaubart Boulevard. If we take a look down here first. Now, this is going to be a tour and I hope you guys are in for it because I've been doing a lot of work. As you can see right here, I made this really cool hanging banner all the way from one light post to the other. I used some string and then carpets on top of that. Here in this part, I have shown you already all of the things that I've been making with the crane and the pumpkins and dried kelp and so on. But in here, I made an extra little entrance to the super smelter and we have some coal as well outpost. Now here is a little, and I have seriously no idea what to call this. It's called the wheelbarrow, I think, actually. Yeah, we made a little wheelbarrow if you need to go and grab some coal and drive it somewhere, get it somewhere. Here we made some in building because the railing up here broke, so some guys has built some scaffolding up here so they can build. And this is a really cool trick to try to create some life for your builds. Now up is the very cool little wagon design that I made here, again with some string and a carpet on top. I think we have really already succeeded to create a lot of life down here at the deck of the harbor. Really create this busy feeling of people coming and delivering goods, selling them all over, and much more. Here we have some fish nets who has been hung up to dry, and I think they look so cool. I love the use of spiderweb here. I think I found an image on Google way back, and then I've just been using this trick for many years now to create details on my dock. Now, as you can see, we made a stair going up here, but we will wait with this deck for later. Moving on down here, we have a little map room. I created a 3x3 and I think it looks so cool. As you can see, we are standing right here and we have the lighthouse and the road all blacked out. It looks kind of weird, but you know what guys, I think this is so cool. I love having maps hanging around the room. Also this cool little door design right here in the latest speed ups video. He places signs on trapdoor and I've been doing it ever since, and it's such a great idea, such a great way to make a little bit of details. Over here we have a guy who sells flags, a guy who sells storage and scaffolding, and here is all the weird plants that you will ever want to get, including some hanging out to the street so you can really see what kind of goods you want to come and get. And over here we have a few different wagon designs. This one right here is probably the ugliest of the three, but I think it works kind of. I want to change this birch out at some point, I think so. Then we have more of a horse carriage. I think it looks so cool with the seating areas right here. And I used the trapdoor so you could place signs so it looks like some kind of gates. You cannot use the fence gates right here. So this is also just an awesome wagon design. I am in love with it. And then we have the last one right here, a horse carriage, just a bit smaller. As you can see, I started to get some beehives as well, and that I got from in here in this beautiful little bee place. As you guys saw in the last episode, we built that and it has been producing greatly ever since. So I am so happy about the progress that we've been making on the Blaubart Bay on this deck. It's really just cool, but it's not done yet. I have interior in all of the last 4 houses that I want to show you guys. As you can see right here, we also created some more exterior details with the hanging plant right here and some of the leather or wool that hangs out in front of the wool farm in here. So I think that's also just some of the details that creates life in builds. But if we take a look in here, you can see we have a big station where the leather hangs to dry, and then you can color it at some point. As you can see here, we have an example of some blue colored carpet. In here you can store all of the excess wool that he has. Then I created this spiral staircase. I think it looks so So cool. Down here is his bedroom where he has everything that he needs and a little walk out to the upper deck of the dock. If we go all the way down, however, you can see that I managed to get, oh, if I can get past there, all of the sheep in here. Now I have not created each of the colors because I'm just using white wool so far. I have no idea what I need to use wool for in the long run, but when I do, I think I'll just go and then color this sheep another color. That's how I usually do it, so that's how I'll do it today. Oh, and also there wasn't room for 16 sheep, so I just made 12, I think. 1, 2, yeah, I don't want to count it. It was 12, and if it was not, then I just lied to you guys, and I hope that you do not unsubscribe because of that. Moving on to the next house. And this right here, I imagine to be some kind of inn, as you can see in between each of these hallways. Oh, we'll actually take this first. As you can see down here, this is where the homeless people of the Blaubart Bay can live and sleep. And then they'll sell some weird stuff in hopes of just getting to the day, bread and whatever. They sell some meat. I wanted to put some rotten flesh here as well, but you cannot put that on campfires, so that I was a bit bummed out about, but that's just how it is. They're also selling, like, I'm imagining, like, some kind of dolls, really ugly dolls that no one ever wants to buy, but you know, they try at least. So they live right here. Getting into the inn, you can see that I made a little hallway with a guest book place and this cool little lamp design. I think it just works fine as a lampshade with the signs all the way around. Going into the right, we have a little kitchen and a little dining area, and whoa, candles. I love candles. They are just amazing. What an awesome addition, and I'm so happy that we created the honey farm so we can go ahead and use it. Moving upstairs, we have a little study room before getting into one of the rooms that you can go ahead and rent in this inn. As you can see, it has everything that it needs: a place for your armor, a place to read and write, and then a place to sleep. What more can you ask? Up here as well, we have a little bit of storage for the innkeeper, a little bit of extra tools, and then we have a really bad room right here with cobwebs in the corner and a really scary painting, you know. This is not the room you want to sleep in, but if you do not have any more money, then you can just go ahead and do it. And if we take a look up here, we can see a little bit better the wall I created going along the bay right here. I want to create some kind of fields up here and then maybe a mill or something, but that'll be in the long run. I do not want to be building any more buildings just this episode, at least on the Blaubart Bay, because this has, as you might can see, taking a long time. We are talking 10 hours plus as we move in to the other storage rooms. Here they have all of their food and some extra things, and the beehive block. Man, this is just beautiful, and it goes perfectly together with the oak trapdoors. On the second floor over here, we have a little bit more storage, some paintings and a little bit of decorations, and then we have the worst room on the whole inn up here, just a bunch of beds thrown together. So this you would probably think was used when soldiers or guests that are not very welcome, they can just go ahead and sleep in there. Now moving on, we have seen the beehive, the wool farm, and the inn. We have the last interior, and I do not think I made this in the last episode. It's been such a long time since I created all of these things. But as you can see down here, guys, this is a blacksmith, and I think it looks so cool. Also some tools on the wall. This looks like some swords in the process of being made. And up here we have a little enchanting room, and it actually does not look like it, but I think I can get 30. Or maybe I can't because of these looms. Well, if the looms weren't there, I would have been able to get 30 enchantment levels, but it does not matter since I have already made the villager trading hall, and I actually do not have any lapis lazuli. I think that was it from this little tour. I know this has been a really hectic start, or you can say there's a lot of information, but I can just tell you guys that I'm so happy with the progress. I'm so happy with my decision of finishing the Blaubart Boulevard in the last episode, because it means now we can move on today. As you might saw there in the chat, I actually ended up dying from falling too high up, and that was because I've been collecting a bit of eggs up here, and I wanted to go down and check to my chickens, and then I just fell through everything and landed on my head. Now can I find the hole again where I stored all of my chickens? I sure hope so. Let's just try to fly around again and see where it is. I spotted it right here, and I am really looking forward to see if we got any eggs down here. Yeah, this is all right. Ideally, I want to have a bit more because, as you might know, we need to go out and fight the Wither a couple of times, or 6 in this episode. As you can see, I have everything ready, a lot of potions of strength, and then I created another sword called the Wither Weakener. That the only difference between Pokeson and the Wither Weakener is the Smite 5, which would help us create a lot of damage to the Wither. So I think I'll just grab the last X AFK here just a bit, because when they die, we get Wither Roses, and I would like to have at least 10 or something. I don't know what I should need them for, but I never collect them. And then I saw somebody do the egg trick, and I thought that was really cool. So now we need to go ahead and wait a little bit, and I'll see you guys deep down in the mines when we are ready to go ahead and fight the Wither we need to do right now. So there is nothing left to do than just try to spawn some chickens. Okay, there are 3 chickens right here. That's all right. Now let's go ahead, place the heads on this guy, and then we just need to hope that I do not die anytime soon. Oh, I'm already so nervous. Come on, let's go. Let's kill the Wither. Hopefully I dug the tunnel long enough. Oh, this, I am so nervous right now. I know I'm kind of cheesing it, and I know I could have done it way more fun than it actually was. Now it's time to go. Oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. And there we have him. The first Wither gone and dead. That's beautiful, you guys. And as we can see right here, whoa, why did we get so many? Okay, doesn't matter. We are home safe. We got our very first. Now let's take a look. What can we throw out of here? We got our first Nether Star. Now it's just off to go ahead and fight some other. I think we have 5 left. Yes, we must have 5 Withers left. Let's go and kill them. How I just absolutely love my commentary when I just get a little bit stressed out, guys. I know I'm sounding like this, but I'm trying my best to both kill the Wither and commentate for you guys. Hopefully we can kill all of the chickens. This guy is actually running for his life, and I think that's okay. And I can see some diamonds in the background, but as you can see, I'm just cheesing this Wither fight on and on again, and it works perfectly. Here we have another Nether Star. Let's go ahead and grab another 2. Another 4, of course. How many do I have left? Yeah, that must be 4. Ooh, even more diamonds. This is lucrative in every single way that we needed. That's, oh my word. What is happening right here? This is perfect. I have to admit to you guys that I have never not cheesed the Wither, so this is just great. I do not want to try a first in this world right now. I just want to get it over and done with, as we need all the beacons for our base. But look at this sword. This is just way too easy with the strength potion. We have not been withered one single time yet, and we have got 3 Nether Stars, so we are halfway to our mission of getting full beacon strength for our base. And there goes number 4. Number 5. And last but not least, the number 6. And I can't just, oh my god, did I really just get withered on my very last hit? That's horrible. That was not what I wanted to do. But as I can see right here, with the more mini mobs head, we got a lot of different kind of mobs right here. I do not know whether this is a Wither skull. It looks completely like it, but we have a little collection. We have all our Nether Stars, and I have to watch out that I don't die. And we also got almost a stack of diamonds out of this, you guys. So we need to return home and make ourselves our very first beacon and also our next 5 beacons, because that's just how grindy this has been. Speaking about beacons, we are speaking about one of the most ugly blocks in game, and I know this is kind of controversial because I know that you can use it for something as decoration. It's not actually that bad of a block, but when you make a beacon with the pyramid under and the big laser beam, can we talk about that? It's just ugly, ugly, ugly. I know you could use it really cool in some steampunk or science fiction builds, but I'm almost always building medieval or fantasy style, and that laser beam is just ugly. So I decided to go ahead between episodes the next time and install a mod that removes the beam. Another problem I have with the beacon, however, is also that I find it so hard to make a story that fits with the theme of a beacon into my themes of the build. Right now, we are building the Blaubart Bay, a pirate place, and here is our big god of the sea, Poseidon. And I actually think, guys, I managed to go ahead and create a really cool story for this beacon and a really cool room for it. So if we go down here and we have a big drop, I feel like Indiana Jones, except that he would not miss the water block. But you know, I created this little hallway going all the way down under the sea, and there we will find a really cool room design that I made for my beacons. And then I actually tried myself a bit of redstone, and I think I succeeded in doing what I wanted in a not 2012 way. But let's take a look in here, a little trophy room under the sea right here. As you can see, I managed to get my diamond armor and the pokeboy and the wither weakener down here, my 4 first pickaxe, one of each kind, and then we have the dragon egg, the wither skull, and the dragon head right here as a symbol of the holy place in this world, Poseidon guiding the place for the magic. And the magic, it's right in here. Now take a look at the observers and the pistons I made. We are right now in the middle of Blaubart Bay, and we have these sticky pistons that can move and remove these stone bricks, so we can turn on and off the different effects from the beacons. Because you know, I want to have them all, but I hate, for example, having the speed on all the time, because then you just run around being weird. Oh, I was just afraid this wasn't going to work, but it's too fast. So I like to have the ability to turn it off. As you can see right here, haste as well. That's often only useful when you dig out big areas, and jump boost is a bit annoying when you wear elytra. So for now, we'll just turn on the regeneration, the strength, and the resistance. As you can see in here, that means that this whole side has been cleared and the beacons are shining up through the water. So I think we created this cool little room right here. I love the design of the bookshelves and the floating candles. Of course, we needed to use that in some of our builds in this world. But for now, we want to move up to the surface because I want to talk to you guys about a little plan that I have for this episode as well. Because in the last episode, Tyler commented and said that it would be a great idea to go ahead and decorate the seafloor of the Blaubart Bay. As you can see, we already have the problem of the really ugly beacons right here, and I think creating the seafloor and decorating that is just a brilliant idea. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I needed to create a story as well for why there is magic in this Blaubart Bay, why there suddenly comes a beacon and gives us all these crazy strength effects. And I came up with a really cool idea. I want to create a skeleton of some kind of sea serpent that was slain here by the Blaubart himself many years ago, and as it died, it kind of infiltrated the earth with some magic powers that Poseidon's people that came here and started to worship him actually found out a way to harvest in the form of these laser beams. So I think I'll go to bed first, and then we'll get into a time lapse of me just decorating the seafloor, taking the coral reef just out of the bay and bringing it inside, and then hopefully making a really cool sea serpent skeleton. Wow, that was a tongue twister. But let's get into building. with Poseidon in the background and every last bit of sand that I owned on the bottom of Blaubart Bay, we have covered it all in sand and it already looks better now. I can't even remember how it looked like before. This was a good hours of work, but it looks so great. I have used up all of my sand, as you can see from these 3 empty shulker boxes right here. It does not look like that big of an area, but trust me, it was. I also went ahead and collected the last 2 Nautilus shells I needed for a conduit, so I did not have to go up and breathe at any time. So that's quite good. I have also prepared an awesome design for the sea serpent head and what do you call it? Spine, yeah, on the bottom of the ocean. So I think I'll just go ahead and build that, and then I'll show you guys it probably when we are halfway or when we are done. I do not know. That is how hard it's going to be. It depends on that, but I'm imagining that it's gonna lay right here curving along with the bay. So I'll see you in just 1 second. And there she is, laying on the bottom of the ocean. She is just as beautiful as when I first killed her. And take a look at the awesome details on this skull right here. I really think I succeeded very nicely with this. And take a look at the dripstone. Of course, we had to use this block as the teeth of a serpent right here. As you can see, I also made the spine going all the way through the bay, and I had a lot of problems with the size of this, as it will always just look short when this skull is as big as it is. So what I think we'll do now is get into another time lapse, and then I'll decorate and create details on all of the snake all the way around, and then we'll put on some coral reefs, and then we will be done with another task that we put ourselves at hand in the Blaubart Bay, and we will have succeeded almost completing everything. We are in the next episode only going to start building on the pirate fortress, watching over the bay over here, and I'm looking so much forward to it, but I'm getting ahead of myself for now. Let's get into building. What is this and what are you doing out there? That's really weird, but let's just go and see if you trade any Nautilus shells. That is the main way to get it, in my opinion. And is there anything? No, there's not. So guys, there is only one thing left, and that is to go and take a dive in our beautiful Blaubart Bay over here. I hope that some of these tropical fish will travel all the way in here, but I do not think they will, since it's not the biome. But if we take a look in here, you can see that I've been decorating all of the floor, and I've been creating my own coral reef. And doesn't this just look amazing? I think it looks so cool with all of the different coral fans in here. And look at this one. It's the tube coral, and it looks amazing. I've never seen this one. I've not been building any coral reefs, but thinking that it's my first time, I'm actually really satisfied with the outcome. I also wanted to find a cool place for this one right here, but I thought I'd just wait until we have enough prismarine blocks to actually go ahead and create some kind of cool statue over here. But all in all, I'm really satisfied with all of the progress we've been making on the Blaubart Bay this far. With that over and done with, and a whole lot of progress made in this episode. As you can see, I'm standing here on the top of the Blaubart Boulevard, which we have finished all the details on. We have decorated the whole of the sea floor, and we've been creating a really cool room for our little beacon room down there. I think it's time to say thank you for today. Thank you so much for following along on this episode. Now there's nothing left to do than to go ahead and take a look at what we have been building, and I'll see you guys later. Once again, we are standing here in our bedroom ready to read comment of the day as we always do on this channel. And this time it's goal hour. I have no idea how to say this. That writes new to the channel and already loving it. Well, welcome to you, Gola. Keep it up. Oh, and just a suggestion, I'd really love you to talk with ease. You talk real seriously, my man. And I was laughing so hard when I got this comment. I think it's a genius, really cool idea, and I wish I could, but English is my second language, so I'm trying my best, and it's awesome when you guys comment what you want from me. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, as it will help out the channel a lot. See ya.